Hello, my name is John Brisson, author of Fix Your Gut and Health Coach. Welcome to the Fix Your Gut YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about why I do not recommend grapefruit seed extract as an antimicrobial agent and the issues that I believe are associated with it. Now, we have to hold ourselves here in the natural health community to a higher standard than conventional medicine, as much as we rag on conventional medicine all the time. And just because something is natural or healthy, doesn't necessarily mean it's safe. Just like if something's synthetic doesn't necessarily mean that it's harmful. Everything has to be weighed objectively. So grapefruit seed extract, a couple of things. First, it was discovered by the German researcher Jacob Harish in the 1980s. His discovery is claimed to have come from him noticing that grapefruit seeds would not break down properly in his compost pile. It also noted that the idea of the antimicrobial properties of grapefruit seeds came from him ingesting grapefruit seeds and noticing that they have a bitter taste. He later taste tested the extract for antimicrobial properties and developed a product known as Citricidal with the help of the University of Florida researchers Stephen Otwell and Dr. Wayne Marshall. So what are exactly the antimicrobial, components of Citricidal or a majority of grapefruit seed extract? Well, we don't know because for a majority of the supplements, it's not standardized. So, for example, we know with oil of oregano that carfentanil seems to be the main antimicrobial agent with oil of oregano, and has a little bit of thymol in it too. Which thymol, which is thyme oil, has a good amount of thymol as its antimicrobial agent. Cinnamon has cinnamaldehyde. Clove oil has eugenol. So there's certain components of these oils that we knew exactly what have the antimicrobial components, but they're not listed for Citricidal really, or listed for grape seed extract, and we'll get to talk to that. So there's three main theories to explain the antimicrobial components of grapefruit seed extract. The first is that the extract itself are actually adulterants that are added during the production of the extract. Or it could be that these things are added after the extract to actually give the true antimicrobial nature of grapefruit seed extract, allegedly. Second is there's a theory going around that the antimicrobial component of grapefruit seed extract stems from the final product formulation being benzoathenium chloride, which is an antimicrobial agent with reported health issues. This one's kind of been debunked, and we'll talk about why that is. That it's probably just them adding it as an adulterant. The third is that grapefruit seed extracts do contain narogen, narogenin, and hesperidin, and other flavonoids, which all do have different antimicrobial properties. So let's talk about the antimicrobial additives or adulterants that were found to be in multiple studies in grapefruit seed extract. First being benzoathenium chloride, which is also the main component of Lysol, which gives Lysol its antimicrobial properties. And I'll get more about that later when we talk about the second theory. Triclosan, which is a known synthetic endocrine disruptor with antimicrobial properties. It is usually added to antibacterial soap, which I do not recommend antibacterial soap because most of it has triclosan. It's also added to antibacterial toothpaste. And triclosan is through multiple studies, a known endocrine disruptor, meaning it will disrupt your hormonal systems and it will just disrupt your thyroid. There's actually a old episode of House, take it as how you will because House is fiction, where a man had thyroid issues and was going like crazy in the episode, and the reason being was because he used too much antibacterial soap, and it caused him to have poor thyroid health and to go insane because of it. Parabens, which are esters of PABA, which is para-aminobenzoic acid, which can be produced from natural synthetic sources that have antimicrobial properties. Parabens have been linked to allergic reactions. They're weak xenoestrogen properties, meaning they have weak estrogen-like properties. They cause oxidative status. They increase oxidative damage and stress, oxidative stress from sun overexposure. So if you get sunburn, parabens can trigger more damage when they're used on the skin. Centramonium bromide, a quaternary ammonium surfactant with antimicrobial properties. Though the amount of bromide in the content is minute, bromide should still be avoided, and bromine, because of its ability to displace iodine in the thyroid gland and cause disruption. Because the thyroid gland will try to build thyroid hormones from it and can't really do it very well. Bromide is a known skin irritant. It causes a lot of allergies, a lot of rashes. It's also discovered to be a gastrointestinal irritant in animals. Multiple studies have shown that these adulterant agents were tested in grapefruit seed extract products. So there is a theory that the main antimicrobial component of grapefruit seed extract is benzothenium chloride. I don't believe that to be true. I believe that it is added to it as a processing agent, possibly, allegedly, to give it antimicrobial properties. The component of the component of grapefruit seed extract, as far as the benzothenium chloride is concerned, that's been tested in these samples is anywhere between 8 to 17%, which is very high. I mean, the FDA allows 0.1 to 2%. To be safe, recognized as being safe for being used in a lot of the oral care products that we use, nowhere near the 18 to 17%. And the material safety data sheet for the United States Food and Drug Administration, when we talk about the MSDS later, they don't even label it as benzothenium chloride actually being in there. They say that they list the main active antimicrobial agent at 60% diphenyl hydroxybenzene. And, I mean, let's say there's a 1% of benzothenium chloride that's in grapefruit seed extract. 1% it would cause gastrointestinal upset, inflammation, eye inflammation if it comes in contact with the eyes, allergic reactions in some people. So I don't know if it's really that high as far as its concentration of actually being in these products. But even if it's 1%, which is it's probably likely that it's higher than that, a lot of people are probably having issues with poorly produced grapefruit seed extract products. So Dr. Steve Humphreys, who worked for Hebe Botanicals, talked about the dangers of grapefruit extract, and I want to read some quotes from him real quick about it. The material data safety sheet for citricidal listed as diphenyl hydrobenzene is completely misleading and a potential safety hazard, as neither benzothenium chloride nor benzalkonium chloride can be described this way. Neither is an accurate or informative description of the components of grapefruit seed. In addition, people with chemistry training will recognize that the description of diphenyl hydroxybenzene is not the correct way to name a chemical. Hydroxybenzene is a benzene ring with a hydroxyl group attached to it. Phenol is also a benzene ring with a hydroxy group attached. So diphenyl hydroxybenzene just loosely says that they have some benzene rings with hydroxy groups stuck on them somewhere. All a completely untrue description of grapefruit seed extract. How this can be acceptable on an MSDS sheet and can get through customs beats me. The numerous studies that have found grapefruit seed extract to be effective as an antimicrobial agent or preservative are impossible to interpret given the high amount of adulteration of commercial grapefruit seed extract. Given that truly natural extracts of grapefruit seed have been found to have lower antimicrobial activity, it appears that effectiveness reported of commercial grapefruit seed extract is due predominantly to the synthetic quaternary ammonium compounds in the product. Producers of natural grapefruit seed extract warn consumers to keep the product out of the eyes. Quaternary ammonium compounds are particularly harmful to the eyes, which is extremely interesting. Now, grapefruit seeds do contain the flavonoids narginin and arginine, which both have antimicrobial properties against many different type of bacteria and yeast, at least in vitro, like Staphylococcus aureus, Bacillus subtilis, E. coli, Lactobacillus acidophilus, which means it would harm the probiotic microbiome too to some degree, Lactococcus lactis, which is probiotic, Provotella, Candida albicans, Candida tropicalis, Candida krusei, as well as H. pylori, and is shown to actually have antiviral activity against the hepatitis C virus. And it's found naturally in grapefruit juice, as well as bergamot, tart cherries, tomatoes, cocoa, and bee propolis. Narginin is found, and nargin, which nargin is metabolized by narginase in our gut into narginin. Now, it is actually interesting too that you'll come across a lot of medications that say do not take with grapefruit, do not take with grapefruit juice. Well, that's because these compounds, naringenin and naringenin, they inhibit the cytochrome 1A2 enzyme, which are used to metabolize these drugs. And I have a list of medications you cannot take while drinking grapefruit juice or eating grapefruit because of naringenin. I can't find a standardized naringenin supplement, but I was able to find naringenin extract from both supplements that you could put in capsules to take it. But that's up to you. And then there are some studies of people taking it, so it does seem to be relatively safe, and it is what makes naringenin is what makes grapefruit extremely bitter. But again, it's not the main antimicrobial flavonoid that's in grapefruit seed extract, because there's no standardization, there's no tests to see. So I mean, in conclusion, I don't recommend grapefruit seed extract, because even though it may have naringenin in it, there's no standardization. We don't know how much of it is in there. And we do know that majority of these products, including allegedly Citricidal, are contaminated with a lot of adulterant antimicrobial agents, like triclosan and benzoyl chloride. So I do not recommend, grapefruit seed. Also, Jason Horolat also too mentions as well that grapefruit seed extract is very, very, very potent on the, as an antimicrobial that affects both the probiotic microbiome very strongly and the opportunistic microbiome or pathogenic microbiome very strongly. So just because it's so strong and it's not really selective, probably because all these adulterants being added to it, I would not suggest its ingestion as an antimicrobial agent. And if you want to, drink grapefruit juice, organic grapefruit juice that's, fresh, to see if, maybe that helps affect on some of those bacteria that I mentioned, or yeast, go right ahead. Or if you want to take a naringenin supplement and put it in capsules and take it, because it's very bitter, you wouldn't want to drink it, then by means, go ahead. But I would stay away from grapefruit seed extract supplements. I would stay away from Citricidal. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.